Hiya, my name's Ellie and I am the head of client services at Pink Pig Financials. So we are an accounting firm, but also a lot more. And our real passion is financial education. And we really believe that accountants should not be gatekeeping your understanding of your own financials. So today we're going to start with one of the basics and talk about bookkeeping. So now that you run your own business, one of the tasks that you might find on your plate, whether you wanted it there or not, is your bookkeeping. Now, trust me, I know how tempting it can be to just push it aside to the bottom of the to-do list and think, I'll just do it when it comes to tax return or when it comes to my year end. But please also trust me on this. Not doing your bookkeeping regularly is costing you money. It's costing you not only money, it's also costing you some of your time freedom and some of your mind freedom, which we're certain are massive reasons that you started your own business in the first place. So why is this? Let's talk about that first of all, and then we'll get into how you can get on top of it all and experience more of that freedom that you're dreaming of. So reason number one is, unsurprisingly, tax. If you say this isn't one of the biggest causes of stress in your business, then tell us your secret. No, really, because there is an absolutely massive education gap when it comes to helping business owners understand how taxes even work for a start, what things are actually going to be paying, let alone how to plan for them and how to be tax effective. So, put simply, having your bookkeeping up to date accurately and regularly means that you can really accurately actually predict the tax you will owe. So this might be a personal tax, it could be corporation tax, VAT, other things that you might be signed up for. It means you can set that aside all throughout the year, rather than that big old scramble when it's due in 2 days and we know just how much panic that can cause. It also means that you've got a lot more control over what you even end up paying as well. So knowing how you're doing throughout the year means that you can confidently choose to reinvest some of your profits. Do you need a new laptop, for example? Then purchasing those other things will save you tax. But if you have no idea what your bill's even going to be, how do you know if it's worth doing and if the money's there? You do also need to keep an eye on your overall personal earnings and make sure that you stay within certain tax brackets if you need to for child benefits, for example, or just not crossing into levels where you start to pay higher tax. That was reason number one. As if you needed any more reasons, we've got 4 more. So the second reason is VAT. Now, by far, the thing in business that has the most myths, controversies, misunderstandings around it is VAT. Many business owners get stung because what so-and-so's dad down the pub said, they believed, and it may not have been factual. Many business owners only realize it's something they need to worry about when it's right there in front of them, or even when it's already too late. So let's clear it up. You need to be VAT registered once your 12-month rolling turnover is £90,000 or more. What does that mean? Okay, so 12-month rolling, we're not talking your financial year. So that might be April 6th to April 5th if you're a sole trader. If you have a limited company, you might be a January to December year. That's your financial year, fine. Your rolling 12-month turnover is literally today and the previous 364 or 5 because we've had a leap year days. So if that turnover has exceeded 90,000, you need to be registered for VAT. And turnover, by the way, is all sales. It is not your profit. So what's really obvious then is that you can't accurately know what your turnover is unless your bookkeeping is up to date. And unfortunately, there is no pleading ignorance with HMRC. So if it's 6 months down the line and you suddenly realize you should have been registered 6 months ago, it's kind of tough luck. And you will still be required to pay that VAT from when you cross the threshold, whether you charged it onto your clients or not. So knowing a good way in advance when you're going to get there gives you time to increase your prices and therefore ensure that you are not affecting your profit level. On the plus side, though, of being VAT registered, you can claim your VAT back on your business-related purchases, but only if you've got a receipt or invoice showing the amount of VAT and the VAT registration details of the supplier. So again, if you're not tracking these receipts, if they're just crumpled up in a pocket or the bottom of a bag, if you don't take them at all, you're missing out on claiming valuable cash back into your business. So having an app, we use one called Dext. You can have it on your phone. You can take a picture immediately of your receipt and then recycle it. You won't be missing out on that VAT. On the other side, if you're already VAT registered and for whatever reason, circumstances change, if your turnover starts to regularly fall below that threshold, you can deregister for VAT. So knowing when this has happened and getting on it quickly will save you from having to pay VAT to HMRC that you didn't actually need to. All right, do you need any more? Reason number 3, your business structure. Now, this might not be something we think about much. Many people pick a path when they start, sole trader or limited company. And for lots of people, that's how it stays, regardless of what happens. But do you know just how much tax you could be overpaying just by being structured wrongly? And the clue is a lot. But how do you know if or when to make a change? Well, you won't be surprised to hear it's all in your numbers. So having accurate, up-to-date bookkeeping means that you can keep an eye on your numbers and make the decision to adapt your business structure when it becomes right for you. And just to let you know, this isn't a one-time choice. It's not even a two-time choice. This can continually be adapted as your business grows and changes. So it really is worth keeping an eye on things. All right, reason number 4, let's get back to those freedoms we talked about right at the beginning, your time freedom. So when you started your business, what was the dream? I'm sure you knew there would be some hustling to do along the way, but was it traveling the world, spending more time with your kids, being able to focus on your hobbies, just having time to cook a nice dinner, do the ironing? For many people, a major reason in starting up their own business is time freedom. And something we live by is work smarter, not harder. So setting aside 15 minutes at the end of each working day to finalize your bookkeeping and business admin saves you from spending your Sunday afternoons or your time off over Christmas or your vacation time figuring out your taxes. And it isn't just about saving time on actual admin. To get to that true level of time freedom that you need, it's all about smarter, not harder, isn't it? So only by having a clear understanding of what's going on, what's coming in, what's going out, where it's going, can you fix any money leaks in your business, make any tweaks to pricing that are necessary, and therefore patch up your time leaks too. Ultimately, if you don't know where all the money's going, you're probably spending a lot more time working to rake in that money that if you had a better grasp of the financials, you could potentially work less but be earning the same. Okay, and the last reason, number 5, is your mind freedom. Now, similar to time freedom, this is a massive reason that people set up their own business. So answer me this. Would you rather spend a little time in your day getting up to speed with your figures and putting money aside to tax, and then going about the rest of your day without thinking about it again? Or would you rather wake up in the middle of the night, cold sweat, worrying, wondering how much you're going to owe? Will I have to use those savings that we were setting aside for the new bathroom? Just always having this feeling of doubt and anxiety in the back of your mind that you owe somebody something and you don't know what it is. There is no price on peace of mind. And so, whilst leaving the bookkeeping to the last minute is definitely costing you money, most importantly, it is costing you your mind freedom. It's costing your partner their evenings with you, where you can be present and connected. It's costing your kids having a parent available after school who knows that they can take them out for a treat because the bills have been taken care of. Quite honestly, sometimes the figures will be worrying. They will cause some stress. But how much better is it to find that out quickly, deal with it promptly, than to just have future dread looming for months? So forget about the money. This is about you, your loved ones, and your mental freedom. If all of this hasn't convinced you that you should be doing your bookkeeping regularly, then there's no hope for you. But jokes aside, it is such a failure in the system that business owners are not educated on all of these things from school, or even in a congratulations, you started your own business welcome pack from HMRC. But the next step on the road to all the freedoms that you started your business to find is by getting on top of your bookkeeping and financial admin.